Right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 491. Now, last week I said that I was going to come out and play. Well, I ain't exactly say that, but I should have. But yeah, man. We're gonna deal with the armies of the night. Yeah, the boppers, the hi hats, the turbo ACs, the Gramercy riffs, the baseball Furies, and the Warriors. You know the Warriors. Yeah, they're a heavy outfit. You know, those big dudes from Coney? Yeah, the Warriors, man. The Warriors, man. The Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors. 1979. Quite an ensemble cast this movie has, I tell you. I ain't gonna try and name off those names. I'll tell you, James Raymer is one of them. He's the only cat that I know 100%. You know, for me, because he's in a whole other bunch of stuff, man. But yeah, the Warriors, 1979. This movie, man. This movie, yeah. This is one tough movie, man. It's one good movie, one good action thriller. But yeah, one tough movie, I tell you. You know, yeah, these guys, you know, they were framed for a murder that should have never happened. You know, there was this big meeting. All of the gangs in the entire city, 100 gangs and 9 delegates representing each gang. They all come to this meeting, this big summit ran by the president of the biggest gang in the entire city. See, when you're president of the biggest gang, when you're president of the biggest gang in the entire city, you don't have to take any shit. And Cyrus, he was the man. He was the one and only. You know? Yeah, what do you know about Cyrus? Magic. Whole lot of magic. So yeah, Cyrus, yeah, he was the one. You know, listen to him. You know, you listen to him. You listen to gospel. You know, he laid it down for you. So yeah, when he gathered all these guys into this one meeting and told them what should be happening. You know, keep up with the truce that was made, just so they all can take over together, one borough at a time. You know? Yeah. Can you count, suckers? I say the future is ours. Can you dig it? Yeah. I tell you, man. Listening to him speak, man, it was like we had a shed of hope, you know? We had a shred of hope, you know? Yeah. This to Cyrus speak, man, you feel like you have a shred of hope, you know? I mean, hey, they outnumbered the police. And the police, they ain't nothing but a gang anyway. But yeah, he outnumbered the police. And yeah, take over one borough at a time. All we do is keep up the proverbial truce, you know? And yeah, and then they will take over. One gang can run this city, and they will take over. So yeah, man. That was the plan. Unfortunately, somebody in that summit didn't agree with that plan. Yeah, Luther, leader of the rogues. Yeah, nobody was supposed to be packing. Nobody was supposed to be strapped, nothing like that. Luther, he had him nice little piece. Boom. right into Cyrus's chest. You know, one of the warriors, Fox, he saw what happened. Yeah, Luther almost got him, but the cops showed up with the raid, and everybody scatter. Everybody scatter. Yeah, Luther talking about, yeah, there he is. He's the warrior. He's the one that shot Cyrus. Yeah, the warrior's leader, the warlord, Cleon. Yeah, he see he's been pointed out. Yeah, he denies the whole thing. Yeah, you crazy, man. I ain't do nothing. Yeah, he denied the whole thing. But yeah, Luther, yeah, he's telling the riffs. And he telling yeah, he have his boy to back him up. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, so yeah, he pointed out that the Warriors did it. The Warriors did it. The Warriors did it. The Warriors did it. I tell you, man, Luther, yeah, he is such a bitch. I tell you, he is such a bitch. But yeah, anyway, yeah, anyway, yeah. The Warriors been framed for a murder that they did not commit. Yeah, yeah, unknowingly. So yeah, they tried all night. They tried all night to get back to get back home. But the thing is, they got a subway train to catch. But when the train is stopped by a building fire, they have to walk. They have to walk the rest of the way. So yeah, they cross into a few neighborhoods here and there. They have a little run-in with a few gangs here and there. One of the gangs called the Orphans. They're a bunch of low-level nobodies. So yeah, they just walk right through they walk right through their territory. They evaded the Turnbull ACs, those lousy skin-headed fucks. Yeah, they evaded the Turnbull ACs. They had a brawl against the Baseball Furies. Yeah, hell of a fight too, Yeah, brawl against the Baseball Furies. You know. They went into another subway station, but they had a run-in with the cops there. They get separated. Some of them went on another train, head off into wherever, and some of them, and then the rest, they just they just hightailed it. But yeah, the ones that went off into the train, yeah, they run into a female gang called the Lizzies, and that's when they learned. After they're having a nice little makeout session with a few of the girls, and that's where they learned that they were outed. They were outed by the entire community as the ones that shot Cyrus, even though they didn't do anything. They're the ones that shot Cyrus, and now they're being chased by every single gang and the cops in the entire city. So yeah, when they found out about that, yeah, it all comes together for them. So yeah, they got to get back home before they get wrecked. Yeah, one of them did get he did pay. He paid with the cops though. Ajax, played by James Raymer. So yeah, with Ajax, yeah, you see a woman sitting alone on a park bench. Maybe the park ain't safe at night. So yeah, he go and try and get a little piece of her. The rest of the warriors, they're pushing on. They got to get back home, man. They can't have any more distractions. Ajax, he want to get a little exercise. Yeah, maybe they all just went faggot. So he gonna try and get a little exercise with this lady right here. The lady turns out to be an undercover cop. She she handcuffs him to the bench, whistles for the rest of the cops to show up. They show up, you know, put a little beating on Ajax, and they arrest his ass. So yeah, Ajax, yeah, he had to pay, unfortunately. So yeah, so yeah, once once the war chief Swan, once he make it to the station, he noticed that he'd been followed by one of the members of the punks. So yeah, when he finds that the rest of his crew shows up, you know, everybody everybody is together again. They deal with the punks in a subway bathroom. And I tell you, man, yeah, when they dealt with the punks, they dealt with the punks. I mean, yeah, it was a huge free for all. Not just a huge brawl, but a huge free for all in that bathroom. The best fight in the entire movie. Okay, the best fight with the baseball fairies, that was real good, but the fight with the punks, god damn, what an adrenaline pumping piece of action that we saw in that one. I mean, yeah, the entire bathroom got wrecked. Okay, the punks got wrecked, the bathroom got wrecked. Okay, stall doors were smashed, windows were smashed, tiles on the walls were smashed. A few baseball bats that they took from the Furies were smashed. Everybody got smashed. Okay, only the Warriors stood up on top. Okay, yeah. Fight ended with a nice little back body drop right through the bathroom stall. I tell you, yeah, that was some real good fist pumping action right there at the end. Hell yeah, woo! So yeah, man, yeah, the fight with the punks, the brawl with the punks, that was the best fight throughout the entire movie. So yeah, once they all back together again. Yeah, they all get to the subway, the subway, um, their subway station, Union Square. They all get there, aboard the train. Yeah, they make it back home. But yeah, Luther and the Rogues, they were waiting for them. So yeah, they made it back home, but they got to deal with the Rogues now. Yeah, so yeah, Luther, yeah, he calls them out. He got these little baby bottles, yeah, clanging them together. Warriors, come out and play. Yeah, repeating that, repeating that. Voice getting higher, sounding more and more entertaining. Yeah, well, yeah, more entertaining, but yeah, sound more and more annoying. I tell you, Warriors, come out and play. I mean, god damn. I mean, how annoying is that? You're hearing that over and over. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, Luther, shut the fuck up. And so yeah, they made it out to the beach. Final showdown with the Rogues. But the Riff shows up. Riff, yeah, right. Yeah, Riff shows up. But guess what? They ain't there for the Warriors. They found out earlier. The man who really shot Cyrus. Yeah, somebody showed up to their place. And he dropped a name. The name was Luther. Showed up for the Rogues. Yeah, we found what we're looking for. The rest is ours. Yeah. Let the Warriors pass. They dealt with the Riff. Well, the Riff stuff dealt with the Rogues. But we won't have to see that nasty action happening. So yeah, the bounty been called off. Sorry about that. So so yeah, we got DJ playing a nice little song for him. In the city. Uh-huh. So yeah, I tell you, man, yeah, the Warriors, Yeah, what a tough movie, man. A tough ass movie. A good ass movie, but tough ass movie, yeah. Not a tough ass movie to watch. Not in a way, but it's a tough ass movie to watch. You know what I'm saying? The movie, yeah. Real good tough guy action all throughout. A lot of running all throughout. I mean, hell, I'm getting a cardio sweat just by looking at the movie, you know, getting a cardio sweat just by talking about the movie, you know. So yeah, you know, great stuff all throughout, man. This movie, yeah, it's a badass movie, man. Real badass movie. Yeah, straight up 5 out of 5. This movie, you know, straight up classic, instant classic. Can't go wrong with the Warriors. Never. So that's my review, Jack, and now I'm sticking to it. So yeah, next week. Next week, oh, yes. Haunttober finally returns next week. And 2 in the week. 2 a week for the entire month. You keep it locked right here for that. Haunttober, baby. Finally. Back into the darkness. Full month. My favorite event. Keep it locked right here. Check out my other shit right here and subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, this show is